we find ourselves in the frozen tundra of the great white north, where we see the iconic and majestic Canada goose. Once per year, they head south for warmer weather. On their journey, they will face many dangers, such as predators like corrupt, tyrannical RCMP watch commanders and unscrupulous Crown prosecutors. If they survive, they will touch down and then immediately lift off to fly back to their home in Canada. This immense migration is also known as the Wild Goose Chase.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Documenting and Exposing West Shore RCMP. This is part 12. So if you've been following the series, you'll know that on July 25th, 2018, I was falsely arrested by the West Shore RCMP Watch Commander, Arun Kundu-Thomsen. And upon falsely arresting me, he then arbitrarily seized all of my cameras, there was 4 of them, and my cell phone as well. He then wrote false and misleading statements and wrote up criminal charges for me. I was released on a promise to appear with a court date for obstructing police and mischief. And in October 2018, I made my first appearance in criminal court. Also on that day, I gave the Crown prosecutors a letter requesting the disclosure of my videos and the return of my property. That letter went unresponded to. So, in December 2018, I sent the prosecutor, Nicholas Barber, 2 more letters requesting the disclosure of my video and the return of my property. Only the first of those 2 letters was actually responded to, unfortunately. And in that response, Crown Prosecutor Nicholas Barber told me that the police don't have a warrant to search my devices, but if they choose to get one, then I'll get a copy of those videos. And that was back in December 2018, and didn't hear back from them. So there was something that came via a courier in March, and it didn't have anything that I specifically requested about my videos or property. And after that, never heard from him at all. So in June 2019, I sent him another letter reminding him about the previous 3 letters and how he hasn't responded to them. And I still don't have my evidence, and how that there's going to be a criminal trial in about 2.5 months. And since writing that 4th letter requesting the disclosure of my videos and the return of my property, in the following month, in July 2019, I went to file all my subpoenas for my criminal trial. Shortly after that, there was a court date set for August 15th, 2019 by the prosecutor, Nicholas Barber. And so here we are, it's August 15th, 2019, and I'm now going to court. And I still don't have any of the videos. I still don't have any of it. We've had this criminal trial scheduled for September 11, 2019, since December 2018. I've been waiting 8 months, and I've sent Nicholas Barber 4 letters requesting my videos, with just the one response, which was a non-response. So this court appearance is what's called a application hearing, and so Nicholas Barber has made an application to the court. He wants to ask the judge permission to do something, and I have no idea what that is, so I have no idea what I'm really walking into. So here is the transcript, and here is a text-to-speech is the voice for the prosecutor and the judge. As I said back in part 11, you can't record your own proceeding in Canada in court, and they don't give you the video and they don't give you the audio. If you ever want to expose the justice system in Canada, you have to pay for a transcript, and you can then make it public that way. So how is Crown Prosecutor Nicholas Barber going to explain himself to the judge about my 4 letters and how he's ignored them all, and how I've been waiting 8 months and the trial is now less than a month away and I haven't received anything or even an actual legitimate response from him? Well, here it is.
Barber, first initial N, for the Crown, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sorry, who was it on the phone?
Nicholas Barber for the Crown.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Barber.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You're Dan?
Dan, yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. And what is this on for today, Mr. Barber?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. This is a Crown application to adjourn the trial date, which is upcoming September 11th of 2019.
Okay.
There should be a notice of application to adjourn in the court file.
Oh, I see. Maybe we can just find that, Madam Clerk. Thank you. I'll have a look at that. And Mr. Barber, obviously, you're aware of this application, or sorry, Dan, so because you're here today, have you seen a copy of the application?
No, actually, I've sent a letter to Mr. Barber in November 2018, December 2018, and June 2019, and Mr. Barber has failed to respond to any of my letters.
Okay, what are the letters about? Just seeking.
Mainly
Disclosure.
about disclosure.
I see. Okay. So, Mr. Barber, just maybe before we go further, are you aware of these communications from Dan?
Oh, yes, I'm very aware, Your Honor.
Okay. And have you responded, or do you intend to respond, or is there some reason you're not responding?
No, we've responded, Your Honor. We've attempted to have disclosure provided to Dan by registered mail.
Oh.
He's refused to sign for that.
Oh.
We've also had police attend to try and hand deliver that to him. And he's refused to answer the door.
That's completely
Okay.
untrue, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, Mr. So here's the...
And Mr. Barber's gonna have to back that up.
Okay, Dan. No, he doesn't have to do anything of the sort.
Okay.
Let me just tell you that right now.
I'm just saying he's lying.
So here's the thing,
Yeah.
though. We don't stand here and accuse other people of lying in the courtroom, Dan. So here's the thing.
Got it.
You've heard from Mr. Barber that they've made attempts to provide you with some materials.
Not true.
So okay, do you want to just argue, or would you like to hear what I have to say? If you want the things that you've written for or requested, you're going to have to make arrangements with Mr. Barber to be someplace that you can receive them, either by picking them up in person or showing up at the RCMP detachment to pick them up. Mr. Barber says they've made attempts to deliver, knock on the door, send by registered mail which hasn't been signed for. I don't. Have you moved, Dan?
No, Your Honor.
No, you're still at the same address. What's that address?
It's been the same address since 2006, Your Honor.
Okay, what's the address?
Address.
Okay, all right. Okay, now Mr. Barber, he says he's at that address. So, Dan, I'm just letting you know, if you want to receive some materials, you've got to make arrangements to be able to do that, all right. So Mr. Barber, on behalf of the Crown, is requesting to adjourn the trial. It says that there is a required witness for the Crown. Corporal Kundu-Thomsen has been transferred to Ontario, and they're going to apply for a video testimony. Oh, I see. Here's Mr. Barber. You've addressed this supplemental disclosure in this application.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Dan, you're unrepresented and apparently, they refused to attend a pre-trial conference attempted for August 14th. Okay. Do you know about that?
No.
You don't know about the pre-trial conference?
No.
Okay, and you've subpoenaed 10 police witnesses. Some
No,
of them are unavailable.
There's 9, actually.
Okay, 9. Okay, and the subpoenas are an issue. Okay. Okay, and so there's a 1-day set for trial. Clearly, that's not going to be enough based on this amount of witnesses.
Your Honor?
Just one moment. Just while I finish reading this conference, okay? All right. Thank you, Mr. Barber. So I've read this. It seems to me, given the issues, that a pre-trial conference is necessary before the matter is actually set once again for trial. 1 day is not going to be enough. Clearly, even on the basis of the people that you've subpoenaed, or attempted to subpoena. So I'm going to allow the application to adjourn the trial, which is currently set for 1 day on September 11th. I'm going to order that a pre-trial conference be set, and, Dan, you can go and do that. Mr. Barber, you can check in with the JCM here, but I'm going to direct Dan directly to the JCM's office this morning. Please don't leave here without checking in with her and setting a pre-trial conference date where these matters can be discussed further, including time estimates for trial and subpoenas and such. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Dan, go ahead.
Just one more thing about what was attempted to be delivered.
I
have a phone number, and that's all also on the file, and I haven't received any voicemails or phone calls about any of these attempts.
Okay, well, you're hearing it now. There have been attempts and they, apparently, have been unsuccessful, but a pre-trial conference should be able to deal
Or didn't happen.
with that, and hopefully, at that time, you will be present in person and, Perhaps your disclosure materials can be delivered to you then. Okay, you've got to make yourself available, okay?
I guess that's fair.
Okay, good. Check in with the JCM.
Yeah.
Set to pretrial, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Barber. I'll hang up now.
Uh-oh. So here we are on August 15th, 2019, more than a year after my arrest, charges, bail conditions, and the seizure of my property. Well, we have a lot to discuss here, don't we? So I'm not going to trial on the date I would have waited 9 months for. Now it's going to be longer? This is a summary offense. They only have 18 months to prosecute this. So I'm guessing it's going to be 18 months. Or is Nicholas Barber going to prove me right in letter number 3 that I wrote to him from 2018 about the disclosure where I call him out for doing just that. So I have to wait longer now because they only set 1 day of trial, which was the prosecutor's 5 hours. They never scheduled anything for the defense, and because I subpoenaed witnesses, my trial is completely canceled. And now it's going to have to be moved back to, they couldn't have just added a second day. They had to cancel it and move it back. Right. They couldn't just add a second day. Well, now it's getting pushed back. Gee, I wonder how far it's going to be pushed back. I wonder what date this will be. And Mr. Barber is well aware of all of my letters. And because he's aware of all of my letters, they sent me my disclosure that I requested in those 4 letters by registered mail. And I refused to sign for it. And the police came to my residence to hand deliver it to me, and that I refused to answer the door. And then the judge asked me my address. If this judge was really on the ball, the judge would have asked the prosecutor what address it was sent to, but this judge was not on the ball. And then the judge tore a strip off me because they sent my disclosure that I had requested in 4 letters via registered mail, and that I refused to sign for it, and that police came to my residence to hand deliver it to me, and that I refused to answer to the door. You really think a guy who's been eagerly anticipating and has been repeatedly asking for something wouldn't sign for it when it arrived and refused to come to the door for it? And then the judge says, if I want my disclosure material, I've got to make arrangements to do that. Holy gee, is this the Twilight Zone? I've asked for it 4 times in writing. It's been 10 months since the first letter, and the prosecutor, Nicholas Barber, refused to give it to me. I don't make arrangements beyond that. I'm the accused, not a judge. You can't be serious. What a joke this judge is. And Arun Kundu-Thomsen has now been transferred to Ontario. That's approximately 5,000 kilometers away from where I live. And this is all amid alarm bells of staff shortages at the West Shore RCMP. In the media, even Mayor Stu Young says, we've got to support our RCMP so they can do their jobs. And this watch commander, Arun Kundu-Thomsen, with his credentials and he's Canada's top terrorism cop with a master's degree in terrorism and security studies. Also, according to his own credentials, when he's in charge, less police officers call in sick, and he says that's because he's so fair, the other watch commanders aren't. What a jerk. That's the guy they transfer in a staffing shortage crisis? Arun Kundu-Thomsen, a recent recipient of a medal for 25 years of irreproachable character, now transferred to Ontario in July 2019. So you remember, I filed a lawsuit in late January 2019. And I guess by the time July rolled around, and in the throes of a media-tooted staff shortage crisis, shortage alarm, staff shortage alarm, staff shortage alarm. So it only took the RCMP 5 months to transfer Canada's top terrorism cop, the best watch commander that ever lived, 5,000 kilometers away and out of the public eye. Did the RCMP put public safety at risk by pulling such a highly valuable asset to a desperately understaffed RCMP detachment. And now, now that Arun Kundu-Thomsen is gone, the watch commanders are going to be less fair than he was, according to his own credentials. And more officers will call in sick, according to his own credentials. So whose idea was this anyways? And who is this judge? This is crazy. Now, I was warned about a certain person that was a provincial court judge that is closely related to someone in, well, let's just call it, quote, provincial policing, unquote. No spoilers. Nothing I said sunk into this judge. You know, she just went with whatever Nicholas Barber was telling her. So I guess we're going to have a talk about this judge in the next video. And I'm going to clear some things up. And, you know, I have a new saying, always know your judge. And that's just all I'm going to say for now. And then once I got out of this court appearance on August 15th, 2019, I decided to place a call to the West Shore RCMP detachment and ask them what's going on with this disclosure. Interestingly, this won't turn out like you think, folks. It's very interesting what they pull on me here. And we're going to have a talk about that in the next video. So I'm going to get to the bottom of this whole disclosure game that Nicholas Barber is playing with me and our justice system. So just keep in mind, folks, what you're watching is completely legitimate in the eyes of the courts. These guys have such high powers of public trust. They can use our criminal courts and are able to pull a fast one on our justice system, to use it as a weapon to teach people a lesson. They're not in any sort of pursuit of justice, but this is all authorized by law. So a lot of unanswered questions here. So stay tuned for the next video. You're going to find out who this judge is, and you're going to find out, I believe anyways, why the judge was basically treating prosecutor Nicholas Barber as her best friend. And we're going to talk about this disclosure that apparently they've been trying to give to me, and I've been declining to take it, refusing to take it. We're going to find out about that coming soon in part 13. Stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to Documenting and Exposing the West Shore RCMP. This is part 13. So back in part 12, prosecutor Nicholas Barber made a application to have my trial, which was set for September 11, 2019, which I was going to be waiting 9 months for. He wanted that adjourned, and the judge granted that application, and the judge directed me to go to the JCM office. That's the Judicial Case Manager. And the Judicial Case Manager gave me a date of first week of March 2020. And when she said this, I just I just laughed. It was so funny. I just sat there. I knew, I was like, you know, it's probably going to be around Christmas, December, January. No, March. March 2020. So that's like 6 months away from the original trial date of September 11, 2019. So I'm now going to have to wait 17 months to go to trial on this. The charge was approved in October 2018. This is a summary offense, and they only have 18 months to prosecute me. So the first day of trial is 17 months. Okay, we got a lot to get through, so let's move on. So who is this judge? Oh my God, this judge was a joke. It was like the Twilight Zone, you know? And as I mentioned in part 12, somebody warned me about there's a judge who's closely connected to someone who's basically into provincial policing. And that person is the former police complaint commissioner, Stan Lowe. He's actually married to a provincial court judge named Christine Lowe. And that was the judge in part 12, Christine Lowe, the wife of the former police Complaint Commissioner for British Columbia. You know, the very guy I've been calling out for years publicly for committing fraud against the public trust while holding some of the highest powers of public trust. Oh yeah, I've only been talking about him since 2016. Yeah, I only have a bunch of Facebook posts and a bunch of YouTube videos about how he's committed fraud against the public trust. Check out my playlist on Police Complaint Agency exposed as a fraud if you want to see more. But just real quick, check this out. This is actually based on a video that I have up where a senior analyst for the Office of the Police Complaint Commissioner is supposed to be sworn under an oath to act impartially. And I asked him if he could give me the definition of the word impartial. He said he didn't know. He'd have to look it up. And I asked him if he'd taken an oath. And he said no, he hadn't taken an oath. This is the kind of stuff that no other media will cover. Only me. So I guess this is why Judge Christine Lowe was so favoring of Nicholas Barber, the prosecutor, when he was lying to her. And she told me that we don't accuse people of lying in court. Basically what she was saying was, what we do in court is we enable people to lie. And then she basically said, here, watch, I'll prove it to you, Dan. Now, here's an interesting thing I found on the Provincial Court of British Columbia website. It's a little article that they wrote called A Day in the Life of a Provincial Court Judge. And it's featuring Judge Christine Lowe. Oh, here she is. Everyone say, hi, Judge Christine Lowe. And you can go to the website and check out the article yourself or pause it and read a little bit here. But I found this one line very interesting here. It says, engaging with people and hearing their stories is what makes being a judge so enjoyable for Lowe. Right. You know, when she's engaging with you, you know, and hearing your story, you know, when she's telling you what the prosecutor told her is how it's going to be. Way to engage and hear my story, Judge Christine Lowe. So, do you think Judge Christine Lowe knew who I was or recognized my name or maybe even my face and said, hey, that's the guy who's been calling out my husband for being a fraud against public trust, abusing the highest powers of public trust for the last 2-3 years. Hey, he's in my courtroom now. Oh, and she's a former prosecutor, so now, of course, she wants to help out her buddy prosecutor. So do you think this had anything to do with me being who I was, calling out her husband publicly on social media? Well, I guess it's possible it had nothing to do with that, and maybe she didn't have a clue who I was. I guess it's possible, but I don't know. The way she acted towards me, so hostile, you know. If she wants to engage with people and hear their story, it's like you don't shut them down, you know. If I'm making serious allegations, you might want to take that seriously, not tell me to shut up and listen. So, anyways, that's who this judge is. That's who that judge was. I'll be sure to disqualify her if I'm ever in provincial court again. Oh my God. Now let's move on to that disclosure. Remember the disclosure? Remember the videos that I wrote 4 letters to the prosecutor, Nicholas Barber? He hasn't responded. I've been waiting 8 months for my videos. The police have to get a warrant to search those devices so they can use them at trial. That's why they seized 4 cameras and a cell phone so they could use that evidence at trial. So where is it? Well, Nicholas Barber told Judge Christine Lowe that they've sent it by registered mail, and I've refused to sign for it, and that the RCMP have tried to drop it off at my personal residence, and that I refuse to come to the door. So as soon as I walked out of this hearing on August 15, 2019, I got on my cell phone. Hadn't even left the parking lot yet. And here is that call. The audio is a little bit weird on this. It's actually just the audio captured off my dash cam from me sitting in my car making a phone call to the RCMP. Hi, good morning. Could I speak to Staff Sergeant Sandhu? Hey, Sarge, it's Dan calling, court file. I'm the guy you guys falsely arrested on July 25th, 2018. I had a court appearance today, and the lying sack of crap Crown said that he's been trying to send me my disclosure. I'm assuming it's through you guys, and he says that you guys couldn't mail it to me, or he made up some BS story and basically lied on the record. So if you can call me back, it's if you could let me know what's going on with you guys trying to deliver this stuff, and apparently you guys don't call when you do this. I don't really know. I'm assuming he's just lying on the record because I'm sure you guys would be able to contact. It's funny when you guys have disclosure to get to me. You can't find me, but if I'm out taking pictures in public, wow, you guys find me pretty quick. So give me a call and let me know what's going on. Where's my disclosure? I need to see some evidence that it was attempted to be delivered. Everything you got, give it to me. Give me a call. Thanks a bunch. Have a great day, sir. And after that phone call, I drove home. It's a 20-minute drive. I don't live in that area. And upon arriving home, my landline phone started ringing, and it was the usual call display for when the police are calling. So I thought, oh, this must be the sergeant that I just left the message for. And here's that call. Hey, Sarge.
Is it Dan?
Speaking.
Hi, yeah, it's Corporal Christabel here at West Shore RCMP.
Corporal, how's it going?
Good, good. Yeah, we have some documents from the Crown Counsel office we need to provide to you. Are you able to meet with us today?
Oh, how long have you had them?
I've only been in possession of them 2 days, so
Oh, okay.
I was passed on the package to bring to you. We popped by your apartment, I believe, yesterday. I don't believe you're home, though.
Oh, okay. Was that the first time you tried to give it to me?
Myself, yes. That's the first time I've attempted, yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So are you able to meet with me? I can meet you at the Colwood Courthouse. What would work for you?
I just actually drove back from there. I live in Victoria, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a time or a place we could meet with you then?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks because obviously I'm going to have to drive all the way out there, right?
Unless there's somewhere convenient that we can come and meet you wherever works for you.
Okay. Just while I'm thinking about that, just real quick, I just left a message earlier this morning for Staff Sergeant Sandhu.
Yes.
Were you instructed to call me from him?
Yes, I was.
Okay, good. Okay, so that's fine.
Okay. Like I said, if you can meet at the courthouse, that would be convenient for us. Otherwise, please let me know.
Okay. Are you freed up right now then?
Yeah, I can meet you now.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll meet you there.
Okay, sounds great. Yeah, so I can probably be there in about 10 minutes. Does that sound good?
I'll need about, like I said, I'm in Victoria, so maybe give me at least 20.
Okay.
Because you know how that goes.
Yes. I'll come and find you.
Okay, and it was
in the lobby.
And it was Corporal
Dovell.
Dovell?
Yeah. Dovell.
Okay, well, if I'm not 20 minutes, I might be 30.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Bye. Yeah, I thought so. So let me tell you, the last thing I wanted to do after getting up early, driving 20 minutes out of town to go to court, just to have a prosecutor lie to a judge and the judge shut me down, is drive all the way back home, 20 minutes, and then have to drive back out to the courthouse another 20 minutes. But they have my disclosure. This is all the stuff I've been asking for in the last 4 letters. I've been waiting since October 2018 for this material. So yeah, you're damn right I'm going to drive out there. So I drive out there, and I meet up with Corporal Christabel, and here's a video of me walking back to my car and going through the disclosure and then making another phone call. You can see that little stack of paper in my hand. That's the entirety of the disclosure that Corporal Christabel just gave me. I'm flipping through it so fast because this is material I've already seen before. This is just repeat material that they're sending me. I've already received this stuff months ago. I'm so mad. All that for nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What do they call that? They punked me, or they ricked and rolled me, or oh, I'm so mad. Anyway, I called RCMP back. Here it is.
Voicemail box for Staff Sergeant Rod Sandu, Operations NCO West Shore RCMP Detachment. I am unavailable to take your call at this time. Please leave your name and number, and I will call you back at my earliest. Thank you.
Hey, Sarge. So I met up with your corporal, I believe it's Duval here, for a disclosure package, which I've been asking for since November 2018. And your Crown agent lied in court today about this disclosure package, on the record, mind you, which I'm going to get transcribed. According to him, all of the disclosure that I asked for, you guys have been trying to serve on me or send to me or something. And so I got a call from your corporal here, and I just met with him at the courthouse here in Langford, Colwood. And it's 10 pages of the same stuff that you guys have already gave me back in November 2018. So where's the stuff that I asked for that Mr. Barber said on the record in court today that you guys have been trying to give me numerous times and that I refused to sign for? Where is it? Anyways, give me a call. Let me know where all my evidence is. This has been over a year now. I don't know what you guys are thinking or what you guys are doing. I have a theory, but I'll save that for when it all gets published. Anyways, give me a call back and give me my stuff. I've been asking for this for a year now almost. Like, what the hell? What does it take? Jesus Christ. Well, that was August 15, 2019. I hope you folks enjoyed part 12 and 13 as much as I did. It was a blast making them. I pretty much laughed through making these two videos. I mean, I laughed through making most of them, but these two in particular were just hilarious. So this is far from over. This charge got approved 8 months ago. The police seized 4 cameras and a cell phone to obtain warrants to search them and use the evidence at trial. And here we are 8 months later, and they don't have anything. How can they send my videos through registered mail and I refuse to sign for them if they don't even have them in their possession? How could they bring these to my house? And how could I refuse to answer the door if they don't even have the videos to begin with? It's hilarious. Well, that's odd. Remember, Mr. Barber told Judge Christine Lowe that the police have tried to serve this on me at my home and I refuse to answer the door? Well, according to Corporal Christabel, when he came to my home 2 days ago or a day ago, he said, it appears I wasn't home. And obviously, being a police officer, he knows what my vehicle is, what the license plate is, what the make and model is. So all he has to do is look on the street or anywhere around the building where I live, and he's going to know that if it's not there, I'm probably not home. Well, that's it for part 13. I'm glad you joined me in this little talk that we could have about my trial being moved back 6 months to March 2020. And we had a little talk about Judge Christine Lowe and her husband Stan Lowe, the former police complaints commissioner, someone who I've been very vocal about for the last 4 years on social media. And we got to have a little discussion, a little chat about the disclosure, the videos, all that stuff I've been asking for 8 months now, and 4 letters that haven't really been responded to even once. Well, according to me. Nicholas Barber certainly has a very different story of this disclosure, and just the fact that he asserts that it even exists is just an outright lie. Nicholas Barber, you are a liar. You just lied to a provincial court judge. You intentionally, knowingly lied. You're a liar. And wait till you see what he does at the next hearing. That's going to be coming up in the next part, I guess part 14. But for now, I got to say this, that I want to thank everyone for watching these videos. I don't do these for likes. I don't do these for subscribers. I don't ask for donations. So that's up to you whether or not you want to do that. But for me personally, I've been making a video every week, I believe since June. So for literally at least 4 months now in a row, I've been making videos every week, and I need a bit of a break, and I'm going to take a bit of a break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take November and December off from making videos, and I'm going to come back in January 2021 sometime. The next video, as I said, it's going to be another court hearing. It's a very, very lengthy one. It's probably going to be in 2 parts, possibly 3. And I'm telling you right now, it gets worse. This year, 2020, has not been a very kind year to me. I'm a frontline essential worker, and I've had to put in a lot of hard hours. And I really want to take the rest of this year and just kind of really relax for the last 2 months. So I'm planning on publishing this video on October 31st, 2020. There will be another video next week. It's not an update video, but there will be. It's a video I've been saving just in case I didn't make an update video in time for the weekly update on the weekends. And I made all those videos happen, so there is a backup video that's ready to go, and it's going to be published a week from this video. So look forward to that, but for November and December, I'm going to take them off from making videos unless something very crucial comes up. Might do the odd live stream to pop in and say hi. But other than that, I'll see you all in 2021, January 2021. So I'll be back. So enjoy that next video next week. It's definitely worth watching. It's very interesting. So take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves and one another. I know it's a very stressful year for everyone. It certainly is for me. If you're somewhat new to my content, you can check out my playlists. There's a lot of great videos in my playlists. So check those out. Whew, well, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more in 2021. Thanks for watching.